Hey everybody, I got something really cool for you today. We're going to check out my MSP pedal bender system, and I'm going to go ahead and do the lick of the day, but the lick of the day is going to come on, I'll do that a little bit later on in this video. So first of all, I gotta start off by talking about this guitar and how I acquired this pedal system. So the guitar itself, which I have to put on a stand on a table because I've got the MSP system hooked to it here. The guitar itself, it's a 1973 Telecaster Deluxe neck that my Uncle Geno, when he passed away, he willed me all of his gear. The ASAT, I had an ASAT. He got all of his gear ripped off at one point. Back around 1997 or 98, I believe. Anyway, make a long story short, I was living in Nashville. I was subbing for Red all the time in Don Kelly's band. And I was doing my Nashville thing. And about the same time, somebody broke into my mom's house and stole all of her stuff too. I was in Nashville when all of this stuff happened. But Geno was at a gig. His 50s he had a 56 Telecaster. Somebody stole that. They stole a 68 Super Reverb amp. The only thing that he had with him at the time, he had a couple of guitars with him at the time. One was a 62 Melody Maker, which he loaned to a friend and never got back after he passed. Nobody knows what happened to that guitar. Anyway, one of the guitars that he had was the 73 Tele Deluxe, and I got willed this and the ASAT that I gave him when all the other gear got ripped off. Or my Aunt Barb actually bought it cheap. I let him have it cheap, like $400 or something. So I've got my ASAT back too, which is a 1984, I believe. Anyway, make a long story short, I didn't want to mess up anything else, so I took his neck off and I put it on this reissue body. But it does have a Kunify, a real 70s wide range humbucker in the neck, and it's got one of my pickups. This is one that me and Jeff Callahan came up with, and it's got different magnets: Alnico 3 magnets and Alnico 5 magnets. So it's a 3.5 instead of a 5.2 or a 2.5. This is a 3.5 or a 5.3, and it's got a totally different tone to it. Let me plug it in. You can hear what it sounds like. Anyway, so that's the bridge pickup. This is a really cheap Fender cord that they give you with like Squires and stuff. Apologize for that, but all my road gear is packed away. It's in the the touring stuff. So anyway, so basically what I did is I took this reissue Deluxe and I turned it into a reissue kind of /deluxe /custom, and I put my MSP guitar systems pedal bender on it. And these are so incredibly rare. And I'm going to tell you how I came across this as well. My father-in-law passed away. We think New Year's Eve of 2020, and we don't know what it was, if it was COVID or what. But anyway, my father-in-law passed away. So we were in Washington State in January, and a friend of mine had passed away previously that owned a music store, Man of Music, in Bellingham, Washington, who I got my first guitar from. He kind of got me into building guitars. I used to buy guitar bridges from him, and I bought a PAF pickup from him, an old Gibson patent applied for that's probably worth a bunch of money now. But I gave him like $50 for it. Of course, this is back in the early 80s when I was just a kid. I was like 14 or 15. And bought my first few guitars from him. My first Telecaster, my first Strat. What else? My first Gibson. Those were all bought from Ira. So, and he gave me my first Stuart McDonald catalog, which was a huge deal for me because it's like, wow, I can build anything now. I can buy the tools, and it you know, that helped me. It sent me down that luthier path. So Ira, you know, Johnny Waco, that was the stage name. Awesome guy. And we had connected later on. He sought me out, and we'd reconnected. Anyway, after he passed, another mutual friend of ours said, hey man, you should come over, since you're up here, you should come over and check out some of Ira's stuff. Because he's got Waylon's guitar, like the custom shop one that ended up just selling for like 150 grand. So, and lots of custom shop guitars. So I ended up going over there and like trying to just take stock and evaluate everything. And this is right before COVID. So I'm like, well, I do all the guitar shows. I play the Dallas show all the time, and I do the Nashville show, and I know all the guys. I know Larry Briggs, I know Ruth, I you know, Dave, everybody, Jimmy Wallace. I said, I know the people we need to talk to about this collection. So while I was over there, this bridge happened to be floating around, and my buddy Bert, he's like, do you know what this is? And I'm like, I think I do. And I've never seen one before. He's like, are you interested in it? I'm like, absolutely. Didn't even know if the pedal system was with it. All he had was the bridge. I'm like, yes, I want that, because that's like, I got to have that for my bender collection. I'm a total bender nerd. I've got every kind of bender you can imagine. I make B benders and G benders and guitars and stuff, and I still go on tour and everything, and play music and write film and TV and all that crap. Do a lot of music and produce other artists and stuff. Not tooting my own horn, but I'm a jack of all trades. I do a lot of stuff, but I'm a total bender nerd guitar player guy. So anyway, I go over to the house, and sure enough, not only was this bridge sitting there, but there it is. The pedal part of it was sitting there too. And I couldn't even believe that it was sitting there. So check this out. So the left pedal, that's a B bender. The middle pedal, that's your G bender. And the right pedal, that's an E drop. So, and it only drops to the half step, but that's how it works. So, you know, so you got, okay. So back to this. My amp is crapping out on me again. I got to kick this thing every once in a while. There we go. Back to work. Okay. So this is my pickup in this guitar. MSP guitar systems. These guys were from Scotland, and there's probably 5 of these in the United States, maybe 10. I don't know. All I know is that I have 2 of them. I have this one, and I have one for a Strat that's brand new in the box. I unsealed the box myself, and it's dated 1998 when it was shipped to Man of Music. And I opened the box up just to make sure it was all there, and it's like, wow, it's all there. So I've got one. And then the only other guy that I know that has one is Arlen Roth, and Arlen has 2 of them. He has one for a Tele, and he has also a Strat system. So between me and Arlen, we have half of these in the world, as far as I know. If anybody else has ever seen a McKenzie pedal system, let me know. Because I have a whole bunch of people that are interested in these things. I ain't selling mine. This is one of my prize collection things, just like the Bigsby Palm pedal guitar that I got. Anyway, I have a pretty extensive bender collection, and you'll see more of it on a couple other people's channels. I know Zach I told Zach Childs I'd let him borrow both of these for his channel, the True Tone Lounge thing, and the Ask Zach, you know. Anyway, yeah, I'm a total bender nerd, okay? So I'm going to play some bender stuff. I am going to do a lick of the day, this is something that I like to do all the time. I'm going to show you the lick. I'm going to break it down real quick. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that I use it. I first used it on my Telethon album, and I can't even remember which song on the Telethon record. That's the instrumental one with me and Red and everybody. But this is the lick. So that lick, this is no bender stuff. It's just the lick. So it's in the key of E, and you're just sliding up to the 12th fret on the E string. Okay. So that's it. But I am hybrid picking it, so. Okay. And normally I would do that with a bender, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this pedal. I hit the bender again, but now that would also work with the G bender. So that doesn't work. That's all G bender stuff. So I'm getting off track here. Anyway, that lick. So back to that lick again. And I'll do it real slow. Or some variation on it. And you can do it in a shuffle. Okay, so in that instance, it would be like. Okay. Do it slow again. Now I'm going to speed it up because you can double that. It's the same lick, I'm just doubling the speed. Okay, now I'm going to throw some cool stuff in with the pedal system because you can do it. So I hit the G bender there. I'm gonna hit an open E string. So I'm playing the C sharp note on the B string. Okay. And then hitting the E, and I'm hitting the pedal and dropping it down. And then I'm gonna resolve to the E. Okay. That's a cool one. Another thing is the Ralph Mooney thing. So if you think of, say you're in the key of A, right? So your B bender, you know. So I'm holding a D sus 4, right? And then I'm going to hit the E drop because it's only half step. And then. You can do both benders of it. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff you can do with it. Oh, another thing that I did with this guitar. Check this out. So this is a wide range humbucker, but it's wired out of phase. So in the neck position, and I also tap the coil. So you pull the tone pot on it. That's full on humbucker. Let me play in a different key. Let's play A for a minute. Okay, so there's your A. And then in the middle position, it's out of phase, so it's like... Sounds terrible. But if you roll off the volume on the Kunify a little bit, the wide range, it kind of turns this into a Strat pickup. It gives you a little bit of that quack, so I'm going to put that back down. So this is just tapped now. So here's the bridge pickup. A little bit more. And I'm going to pull the tone pot again so you can hear what that's saying. And that sounds a lot like a Strat right there. Here's your Tele. Here's your Gibson. Okay, and then here's your sounds real Strat-like. I'm kind of digging it. So, Tele, Strat, Les Paul. And then you got all the Bender stuff, so. That's pretty cool too, because you can do the, so you're holding an A chord up here. Oh, hold on. Come on. I'm going to have to come up with some kind of E drop, I guess. Anyway, this is the, sorry about the lick of the day being 20 minutes long. I've been having a tendency to do that lately. But I'm just excited about all this stuff. I'm finally getting all my collection together. I'm getting enough work done in the shop to where I can actually show you guys some of the cool stuff. And I am going to be taking it to the guitar shows. So if you've been sticking around through the end of these videos, like the last one and the couple before that, these guitars are coming. They're coming to the Nashville Guitar Show with me, which is in Franklin on March 22nd and 23rd. Williamson County Ag Center. It's the Amigos Guitar Show, Nashville show. And then I'm hoping I'm going to be able to bring these to Dallas with me too, because I'm playing the Dallas International Guitar Festival again this year. And it would be cool to bring one of these things out for the Masters of the Telecaster set, because I usually end up doing that. So, and I'm not even sure who's playing it this year. It's probably, I mean, Greg Koch usually does it. Red's always there. I think Andy Wood's coming this year, so that'll be cool to hang with him for a little bit. Yeah, just a bunch of badasses. Come to the Dallas show. The Dallas show is awesome. And if nothing else, just come by and say hi and play one of these cool-ass guitars that I've got, that I've had in my collection. I've had these for a long time, and I really want people to actually experience them because they're so ridiculously cool. Like, check this out, man. That guitar is going to be there. I'm bringing that to the show. And if you watch my last video, then you'll see that I can't play it worth a damn because palm pedals are nearly impossible for me to play. But that actual guitar, that is the guitar that's in all the palm pedal ads. It belonged to my buddy Boomer Castleman, and I acquired a friend, and I'm bringing it out. I'm actually bringing it out of the house and going to let people experience it because it's just such an incredibly rare and influential, special, historic guitar. As is, I think, this one, because these are so rare. They're impossibly hard to find. I will also have one of my acoustic benders. I may bring a prototype. I may just bring a production model. I'm not sure, but I will have one of the Washburn acoustic benders there as well. And I'll probably have a couple of my B benders and maybe a couple of double benders. I'm going to bring the Graham Parsons guitar, the tribute guitar. That one's going to be there for sure. So anyway, I hope to see you all there. And like, subscribe, and check out everything else that I got on my Twangtown channel. And also check out my Spotify playlist. I've got one called B Bender Guitar, and it's got everything from the Beatles, or not the Beatles, the Eagles and the Byrds, the Clarence White era Bird stuff. It's got Eminence Front on it from The Who, because that's a B Bender song a lot of guys don't know. The Rockpile stuff, Dave Edmunds, Nick Lowe, Emmylou Harris, Ricky Skaggs, Diamond Rio, Brad Paisley, Marty Stewart, a bunch of my stuff, Bendego's stuff. There's so much stuff on there. There's some Bernie Leadon stuff from when he was playing with Chris Hillman on the Desert Rose album. Before the Desert Rose Band, it was Chris Hillman's Desert Rose was the name of the album. Some Herb Peterson stuff. Just a whole bunch of stuff. John Balin, Bob Warford. It's like B-Bender heaven. If you're into B-Benders, you're going to dig that playlist because it's a ton of B-Bender stuff. So check that out too. It's on Spotify. It's called B-Bender Guitar. So just go on Spotify and put B-Bender Guitar and it should pop up and you should see it. So anyway, thanks everybody. And like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And if you need anything, if you need any B-Benders, G-Benders, double benders, or anything that I can do for you out here at my shop outside of Nashville, just let me know. And if you need me to do any session work, I'll play on sessions too. I'm a union member of Nashville Local 257. So I can fly tracks to you as well if you need any session work. So appreciate it. And thank you guys for tuning in. Till next time, which is hopefully tomorrow night. I'm trying to do a lick of the day every day. So hopefully tomorrow night I'll have another one for you. And until then, I will see y'all later. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it.